Hello and welcome back to my February edition of How I Studied Korean this month. It's going to be a short one because I was very one-sided situation. I mainly studied using Netflix and that's not great. I really want it to be better and use more diverse sources and use other methods. And I tried a little bit. I definitely used more Duolingo. I did a decent amount of memorize as well. But especially in the last week and a half, I really struggled because our internet stopped working and we had to sort out a new one and there were a bunch of hiccups, so I basically didn't have Wi-Fi for the last week and a half. And combined with that stress, it just felt the easiest to just download a couple episodes on Netflix so that I knew how much data I was using and I would just watch them. That also meant that I couldn't use the two subtitle function that I usually use to see the English and the Korean version. So unfortunately, obviously I still wanted to understand what I was watching. I watched all of it in English, but I still heard all the words they were saying. Obviously I watched with Korean audio and that was still good. I still feel like I got a better understanding of how people use certain words or phrases, and I just got a bit more used to hearing the language, especially because I did binge watch the second half of the K2 last week, and so I just sat there for 7 hours straight and watched the show, which was great fun, I'm not gonna lie. So that felt like a very intense day of studying, even though it was also very fun. Other than that, I finished my rewatch of I'm Not a Robot. I watched almost all of it, I think, although I tried to find all of my favorite moments, and that was good fun. And then I started Vincenzo, which I have watched 5 episodes of so far. My problem with it is that it's really exciting and really cool, but also it's very long. It has 20 episodes and I think they're each an hour and a half or an hour 20 minutes, and I don't want to get into it so much that I want to binge watch the rest of it, because that would just destroy my week, because I would do nothing else than watch it, and I don't really want that to happen. So I actually started watching 100 Days My Prince a couple days ago, and I'm on episode 3 now, I think, and I feel like that's a good balance. So maybe I can kind of flip-flop between the two, and hopefully that's gonna help me keep a balance and not get too obsessed with one or the other. So yeah, I can't say that it was a very productive month, but I feel like the Wi-Fi not working for half of it is a valid excuse, I hope. If not, we'll just mark it down as okay, sure, hopefully better next month in the books. Yeah, I will say I like doing a little bit of Duolingo, a little bit of memorize. I do think, considering that I struggle a lot with producing Korean myself, I listen to it a lot and that's cool and fun, but I do need to be able to also say things and form sentences, and that I still struggle a lot with. But to practice it by myself, it's very exhausting, so I feel like Duolingo actually helps me with that. The fact that it just tells me hey, say this in Korean now, and I'm okay, sure. And then I do. And I don't necessarily know if I would know to say these things just by myself, but I imagine I'll get there eventually. So yeah, I'm okay with what I've done this month. But again, I'm going to try and be a bit better and do more of a fun mix of things. Yeah, that's also the reason the visuals for this are not great, because I don't have internet on my computer, just on my phone. It was the easiest to just download stuff from Netflix onto my phone. It also seems to be smaller when you download it to the phone. I don't know why. So I couldn't really film with my phone while I was using my phone to study. So unfortunately, it's a fairly boring visual this month. I apologize. But yeah, hopefully next month is going to be better and a bit more fun for the eyes as well. But yeah, that's me for this month, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again next month. Bye!